Are you thinking about living in Worcester, Massachusetts, and are curious about how much it costs? Well, you're in luck, because today we're going to give you everything from the cost of housing to the cost of gas prices here in Worcester, Massachusetts. Hi, I'm Candido Diaz, aka the Candid Mortgage Guy, and welcome to another episode of the Candid Truth, where we talk about everything having to do with Southern New England living, especially in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. So if that sounds like something you're into, make sure you hit that subscribe or follow button to make sure you follow us throughout our journey. In this video, I'm going to break down the cost of living in the city of Seven Hills, aka Worcester, Massachusetts. We work with many people that want to move here, and this is always one of the top questions that we get. You'll probably learn a few things about the local costs as well. So if you're not familiar with the area, this is definitely something that you'll appreciate. First, let's talk about the obvious, the cost of housing, and what the difference is between renting versus buying. So the average 3-bedroom single-family home in Worcester right now is going for $310,000. However, given the demand lately, I would expect that number to rise dramatically. Now, to rent a 3-bedroom apartment in Worcester, it can start on the lower end around $1,300 all the way to about $2,200 on the higher ends. And a 2-bedroom home in that same area would cost you about $225,000 to buy. Now, if you're planning to rent a 2-bedroom apartment in the area, you can expect to pay about $1,000 on the lower end, all the way up to about $1,800 on the higher end. Now, a good rule of thumb is it gets a little bit more expensive if you're going to be living around Lake Quinsigamond, aka Lake Quinsig, versus if you're just going to be going ahead and renting or buying near Tatnick Square. So as far as property taxes go, it's $16.28 per thousand for assessed value. Now, year over year, this is actually a 72-cent decrease. So I hope that gave you a good idea as to some of the costs of living as far as housing goes. But here are some of the other costs when it comes to living in Worcester. So gas is relatively cheap in Worcester, Massachusetts. So right now, the average cost of gas is $2.72 per gallon here in Worcester, Massachusetts. So just to give you an idea, that's about 4 cents cheaper than the state of Massachusetts and about 15 cents cheaper than throughout the country. And although the city has some great walkable areas, you'll mostly need a car to get around. So in general terms, Worcester is slightly above average when it comes to cost of living. You can expect slightly higher prices when it comes to groceries, utilities, and housing. And actually, you can expect lower costs when it comes to transportation and healthcare compared to the national average. While overall, Worcester may be slightly above average when it comes to cost per living compared to the national average, around here, especially Massachusetts, Worcester is pretty affordable. Well, I hope this video gave you some insight on living here in Worcester, Massachusetts. We help people move and relocate here all the time. My information is somewhere around this video. I'd love to hear from you. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure you hit that subscribe and follow button to find out all about living in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. My name is Candido Diaz, aka the Candid Mortgage Guy. Thanks for watching. How do you like them apples?